two adaptations alike in fair YouTube, where we lay our arguments.
Good day and hello everybody, and as you can see, my friend Kara is back and we're going to be talking about Shakespearean things. Today we're going to be talking about Romeo and Juliet. Specifically, we're going to be talking about Romeo plus Juliet, the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes.
Don't really like the play. I didn't really like this adaptation. I think when it comes to adaptations, they should be making me want to enjoy the play. And this one didn't. Instead, I'm sitting here thinking, what am I watching?
This is probably one of my favorite adaptations of Romeo and Juliet. Mostly because they set it in a modern setting, which was as modern as it was in, I think, 96 when this movie came out. They set it in a modern setting and then add the Shakespearean language in it, which is a huge deal for me because I love Shakespeare. I love the language and I love the way he wrote. And, you know, despite the fact that it's not that awesome of a story, because, spoiler alert, if you've never seen Romeo and Juliet, they die at the end.
One of the things that I can applaud this adaptation for is its portrayal of Mercutio. Probably the only reason why I think this is the implication that this adaptation has probably has to do with the fact that I read Prince of Shadows this summer, which is a Romeo and Juliet retelling from the perspective of Benvolio, and the way that Mercutio is portrayed in that novel is rather similar to the way Mercutio is painted in this adaptation, in my opinion, which I see the anger that Mercutio has, and I don't want to go into too many details because I don't want to spoil it, but I have an INR on that. An INR in review. I
love Baz Luhrmann. I love his movies. I think he always does such a good job with his movies. They're always kind of a little freaky, I guess. He always uses like weird camera angles and fancy flashy lights. And I mean, if you've never seen like Moulin Rouge or Australia, those are two of his other movies that I really enjoy. I mean, if you've never seen a Baz Luhrmann movie, I would highly suggest watching this one or Moulin Rouge first.
I found Lady Capulet to be kind of creepy. I found Juliet to be rather plain, and not just in appearance but also in acting. While yes, Leonardo DiCaprio is a wonderful actor, I didn't like him as Romeo. Again, I felt like he was rather flat.
I do kind of agree with you on the fact that Claire Danes was a little flat as Juliet. You know, she's not the best Juliet I've ever seen. She's also not the worst Juliet I've ever seen. Honestly, I think that there should have been a little bit more emotion. I feel like Juliet is kind of a emotional being, and I know a lot of people say that women are always emotional, blah blah blah. But Romeo and Juliet are both really emotional characters, and I think it's got to be conveyed perfectly because Juliet, especially in the play originally, is such a young person that she would be extremely emotional about all of this.
I didn't really like the way the feud was portrayed because it looked like they were trying to go for a West Side Story thing, but they failed at it, like miserably failed at it. I really don't think this version did things justice. It's just too weird, and it does not portray the emotion, in my opinion. Like, I honestly think Jules and Monty did so much better with portraying the emotions that it went through. And Jules and Monty's also set in a modern setting, so it's not the whole modern setting thing.
It's still a great adaptation in my opinion, and I highly recommend it. It is on Netflix, which makes me really happy even though I own it anyways. It's still a great adaptation in my opinion, and I highly recommend it. It is on Netflix, which makes me really happy even though I own it anyways.
I'm sorry that I don't like this adaptation, but at the same time I'm not, because I don't have to like every adaptation that comes out of Shakespeare plays. On my channel we're talking about Jules and Monty, which I love, so if you want to hear me be more positive, come to my channel and see what we have to say about the Jules and the Monty, because I love the Jules and the Monty.
So despite the fact that Karen and I disagree on this great adaptation, you should still go watch it and give us your opinions because I would love to hear them. And be sure to check out the video that we did on Kara's channel where we talk about another really great Romeo and Juliet adaptation. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up or the little subscribe button. And be sure to join us next week when we talk about more awesome Shakespeare. And I will see you guys later.